No, I'm back. See how this is working now. See, I'm on Twitch. I'm back. Anyway, I'm just not gonna know if I'm fucking anybody or not. So, see, I'm on. Guess I'll just on Twitch. I'm back. Anyway, I'm just not gonna know if I'm fucking anybody or not. So, see, I'm on. Let's do a complete run. See where we're at. This is me. We're getting this. Instead of the Let's go. I'm streaming, baby. We live. We live. We out here live. All right. I was just texting my buddy Mark. He's been great in my journey and he's helped me out so much. Works over at AG2 right now. But let's do a full run. I want to see if you guys are even going to be able to see my screen. Actually, now that I think about it, why isn't VS Code showing up? Other source. Make it so you can see. You got. All right, go see my screen. Make sure that this down. I think I got a viewer in here. think it might be Mark. I don't know. Okay, here we go. I'm gonna run this test. Wondering if it's you, Mark, or somebody else. I can't see. I don't know how OBS works. I can see the chat. So if you chat, then I can see your name. Let's see if you're in here. All right. So right now it's just I do a cleanup every single time. I just like it, just so I don't have anything cached or anything. So that during testing, I usually do that. I usually write these scripts so that I don't have to go through all these. And I actually, every time I use, it's not probably not best practice for developers, but I set this up in a virtual environment, usually in a Docker. So I could just see that, just make sure that it's all production ready and it's ready to go. Could be loading here soon. Takes a second to download. There's a few downloads. And this isn't the link. This is just like installing and like downloading the application. This would already be done. It's not like this is part of the time it takes for the app to open. Here we go. I don't like how this is viewed. Need to fix that. You can see my the chat, but why does it look like this? And it shouldn't look like this. It doesn't look like this. Do this every single time. Like people on the street. Okay, here. But still, that took forever. But why is it showing up here? Let me see. So for now, for testing, I have it set up where I don't really. I have an interview agent. So what this is what you're seeing right now is the agent development part of the app. What Mosaics does is it creates a group chat for functionalities. So like for functions, they I'll just show you. So let's say I said I want to automate the agent thinking, which is that took me a second to set up. Pops up as an automation plan, and the people will get to see. Let's see if it's showing up. Okay, good. The people are going to get to see the diagram of the workflow with how many agents, how many phases. They'll even get a diagram of it. Um, it breaks it down by agents. There's one that gets collects its input. Um, so this is like a group chat, and this is the agent. These are the agents for phase one, and it's this one's an input agent, so it's goes back and forth with you. It asks you questions. So collect input. Let's think of maybe like another word for that. Human in the loop. Yes. Collect. I guess you're seeing where I'm at. Wait, does it go back and forth? Um, actually, human in the loop. Input point. One question for human in the point. No. Loop two. Go back. Go back. Forth. What does it choose? Okay, this is where I'm gonna ask. Try to use Claude. Um, something. Full tweets. Well, I already know the answer. Um, fuck. Two which are rendered on the front end. Also, if you can see my screen and like how I'm typing, I'm like, actually, that's what I'm covering it. Nice. I actually don't even care about my. I let the. It's actually terrible practice. I let the LLM like determine my. I don't have zero typing. Like I don't look for spell check or anything. I just type as fast as I can. And it's like probably makes no sense, but the LLM is able to like decipher it, so I don't mind. But when it comes to like talking to people, I text like I'm like a drunk guy. But in reality, is that's just because I'm so fast and I'm just trying to get things done as a startup founder, you know. And I'm just like not even looking at the screen, and I just assume that the LLM is going to be able to pick it up and differentiate it. So in the following, I have two values which are rendered on the front end. One of them being input points. I want that to be human in the loop. I don't. What am I see? What I'm asking is, I don't understand where it's coming from, where it's getting the context, the points or point. Like, oh, if it's more than one, just delete that, I guess. Yeah, I always want to try to test my abilities to do it. I don't want to just get the LLM to do it. Um, I didn't even need AI. Come on, who you messing with? All right, so now back to the. So what I don't know yet is what happens if I ask this to re-render this, because I haven't gone. So how AG2 works is that there's handoffs, and right now what I have actually now I gotta think about that. Well, it's what Mosaics does is that we have life cycle tools. So you gotta look at a agentic group chat like it it's it's way bigger than just the agents talking. Like there's tools that go on in between their calls and all this stuff that happens in between the LLM calls themselves. So one of them are lifecycle tools, we call them. And in this workflow that I have for Mosaics is I have a generator workflow and it generates AG2 group chats. It's actually the first use case of the Mosaics AI. So let's so the lifecycle tools is one of them is an API key input. So for a HubSpot, it's going to ask me to do that. But and I have that tied to this button. Look, so UI was rendered and it says I need Google Analytics API. Let's say I do not like all this gray space right here. Maybe I should put it outside the chat. If I had followers, I would ask you. uh, but anybody else get glitchy with VS Code? Um, because there's a way to refresh it.